What do you do when you realize that you cannot continue the routine towards building yourself up? That was a question I had to deal with. And actually, I'm right back here at the bench where you may have seen me before, but it has been like 4 or 5 weeks since I last recorded here. So in the back you can see my crutches. I had been able to walk here without them until I twisted my knee. I partially ruptured a ligament, the anterior cross ligament in my knee, and probably my meniscus too. And well, that's when the battle began, because I have this doctor, this surgeon, who says, I'm willing to look what's going on inside your knee. I'm willing to cut away the damaged part of your meniscus, but I am not willing to do something about the ligament. So here I was, in the midst of my routine, so happy to be walking back over there, and I couldn't anymore. I actually had problems, even taking a little sprint across the street. So I was like, oh my, how am I going to do this? So I've made appointments to consult a second doctor, but I also knew I needed backup from my physical therapists. Well, they are great, Marcel and Michelle, and they absolutely came through for me. And to my surprise, the doctor actually, apart from again suggesting a second opinion, he told me, what we haven't tried, I can give you a corticosteroid lidocaine injection, and if it works, then something is indeed wrong with your anterior cross ligament. Now, I have misunderstood him before, so I'm not sure what he's going to say next time I see him, but he actually said it's used when we are not sure if joints need replacing or something along those lines. And I'm not saying that my knee needs a replacement, but I do it, for instance, when people have shoulder injuries or hip injuries. So he gave me the shot, and it makes a world of difference. Of course, there is some pain every now and then, because I still have the ruptured meniscus. There's still a tear in there, but overall I'm feeling so much better and I can do so much more. So that's a really great thing. And another side effect of everything that's happening is that I've decided to get in better shape again, and not wait until I can actually walk again better, but just do whatever I can do right now. So when I'm at the physical therapist, I'm actually picking up exercises I used to do before. So a couple of days ago, I asked one of the physical therapists, can I do the deadlift? And said, well, as long as you don't stretch your knees, because they can go in hyperextension. So instead of this, they go like this. By the way, that's the wrong way. Your knee is supposed to do this when you stand, and they go like this. And yeah, it's actually pretty cool to be doing that. And holding that barbell, it brought back old memories, and there's something like muscle memory, but also the brain gets back into business again. I used to do or train along with bodybuilders actually. So yeah, there I was doing the bicep curl earlier with the barbell, and earlier that week I'd been doing the leg press again, and I told the surgeon, I had to show off a little bit, do the whole stack of blocks, which I did, by the way. just for the fun of it. Yeah, well, that's me. But yeah, so I'm not only doing stability exercises anymore, because that's what I really needed to do because of my ankle. And I can now actually say that now it's 2.5 years after the surgery, the second one, and it has helped. It has done wonders. I can't say anything else. So happy with Dr. Bella van Dalen. But apart from that, I wanted to get my stamina back again, so improve my condition, because that's just not good. Well, I can only do so much, because after a while my joint will act up at the moment. But yesterday I did do boxing, which was cool too. And it's been something I always wanted to do, but the moment I start doing so, I run the risk of overstretching, because I basically can overstretch everything. And with a physical therapist giving me resistance, that can't happen, because before I get to stretch too far, boom, there's a hand holding a cushion or whatever you call it. It's not a boxing glove, so it's a sort of training glove. And well, there I go again to the other side. And well, she says it's so much fun, because every time you start boxing you smile. But it's true, it's so nice to finally be doing something I really like. And I think it's working. I feel different. I feel more energized, and I saw some difference on the scale. And I actually think I also noticed a little difference when it came to my clothes. So people can say all they want, because I've lived half my life. But I don't agree with that being a good enough reason not to patch me up again. So I have to show them that I'm not only in control, but that I really want to do whatever it takes. And I guess that's what I'm doing. So from all this happening, a lot of positive things are... I'm experiencing a lot of positive effects of this, which I didn't, the first time this happened, as in 4 weeks ago or 5 weeks, my first thing was, oh my God, I'm going to have to battle that same struggle. Well, actually, that was the second thing. The first thing was like, what? I can't do what I was doing, because I was finally getting that routine, and it stopped. But now I can actually say, yeah, it's for the better. I had to train myself to speak out again, which of course is my topic, and which also includes gathering courage to get and go out there and do it. And I can tell you, I don't remember having slept very well ever since it happened. And I think tonight was the first night in those 4 or 5 weeks that I actually slept in one straight stretch. I likely have woken up maybe just one time, but to fall right back asleep again. And it hasn't happened for a long time. So I guess the working out really works. And yeah, I'm actually also feeling good about what's happening. So I do not know what the future will hold. But I do know that it's up to me and only me to get back to where I was, so I can continue my routine again and extending it. So that's actually why it was so cool to not stop at the restaurant where I've been to like the last week, but actually go a little bit further, and who knows, I may go further some more in the next couple of days or weeks, or well, who knows, wherever it is. I'm just, yeah, I guess I'm a little emotional, you know. I use the word humble more and more lately in my videos, and I guess that when you've experienced hitting a wall, a brick wall, and not knowing if the wall will ever come down, and then when you experience that the wall is coming down and things are opening up again, you know, like now with Corona, things are opening up again too. Well, unless you're here in the Netherlands, then things are closing down as well. But let's say for now, things are opening up. And the world is opening up, because otherwise I couldn't have gotten my latte at the Bonte Haas just now. It makes so much of a difference. It just makes so much of a difference. And I'm grateful. Yesterday I talked to someone, and I didn't realize, but she is stuck in that situation that she can't make a run for it whenever is needed. And I was like, oh my God, I remember that we were at the same level, at the same pace, when I was still struggling with my ankle before and the year after surgery, second surgery. But here I am now, and I feel like I'm doing better and I'm making progress. And again, don't take it for granted. Don't ever take it for granted, because the people around you don't. You might, but when it comes down to it, you never know what happens. Yeah, I learned a lot of new things, and I really had not expected that they would not perform a surgery like a replacement of ligament just because of my age. I mean, they do knee replacements and hip replacements when it comes to people who are, well, not twice my age, but you know. And then this is a no-go. Anyway, when it comes to your routine being disrupted, see what you still can do, and see what you can do to get back at it, and do whatever it takes. Knock on every door you need to knock on. That's fireworks in the background, by the way. That's not knocking on doors. But don't give up. Don't ever give up. If you have the chance, however small it is, go find it and go do it. So let me know what your thoughts are and what your challenges are, and which routine you got to start up and didn't finish, and why it was. And I'll talk soon again.